All right. Bolas. What does that refer to? So Bolas refers to Biomancer's Familiar, which reduces the activated ability cost of your creatures by 2, but it can't reduce them to less than 1. And Biomancer's Familiar, curved into Nicol Bolas on 4, lets you activate and flip him on 5, theoretically, which is something that we're maybe interested in doing here. The mana in this deck is, let's call it ambitious. We're going to go with ambitious. And maybe I should get a couple more black sources in here is a possibility. I should probably have a couple more black sources in here. How many shocklands am I on? This is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. How much red do I have? I thought about this the other day. 18 red, but I have Incubation Druid to help with red too. Who is Craft? Thanks for the sub-gift, Marty. And thanks for the 4 months. Who is Craft? Thanks for keeping me around. I appreciate it. And Tutors checking in for the 5th month. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm going to be greedy and cut the last basic. And I'm going to cut 2 of these Sulfur Falls. And we're going to put in a couple of Drowned Catacombs and an Overgrown Tomb. Alright, let's do that. So I was originally thinking that Sarkhan would help fix for our black mana, but I do need actual black lands to activate his ability, because his +1 here can't help flip next. So the rest of this deck is like Teamer, Adapt stuff. Biomancer Familiar does also reduce Skarrgan's Hellkite activation. We've got a couple of Hydroid Krasis because it's standard and we're playing green and blue cards, so might as well play Hydroid Krasis. I wonder if I should just have one more land in general. That might not be unreasonable. Yeah, I'm going to do that and just go up one more land in general. I'm going to put a Dragonskull. Alright, let's do that. Let's dive in, shall we? Doc Prof Foxbeard, thanks for the 2nd month. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. They're playing through a Teferi alt with no lands. The sodium runs high in some people. Skip dash. Tron Dragon. 2.5 years. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Hope you're having a good one. Yikes. Well, catch and release. Alright, that's a Grixis hand. That is not the green source I wanted for Christmas. I mean, like, that first hand is just, like, something that happens in 3-color decks, too, right? Like, you open a hand and don't have your 3rd colors. 7 subs left. Message me to get your voice heard. Sub only yesterday went really well. And today is going reasonably well. So, I think there's a good chance it just becomes the norm moving forward here. Blue-white Merfolk Trickster, huh? Maybe I'm supposed to be greedy and bin the land there. Yeah, day 9's on, like... Day 9's much larger than I am, though, too. Like, you know, after the pink hair hype died out, we were down to, like, 2,600 subs, and I believe Day has, like, double that at any given point. So I'm gonna plus this for mana.
I summon you.
And then play this because this lets me Lava Coil their Merfolk Trickster. Like in the sub only mode. Yeah, the feedback from the subs has been pretty much only positive. Brightstar, and thank you for the very generous tier 3 sub, Brightstar. And you still get a sword. Return all tapped creatures to their owner's hands. Yep. I don't really know what the opponent's doing, and this is why I've been shying away from playing in the unranked queue, because the unranked queue's been a lot of let's call them interesting decks of the late.
Nicol Bolas, I have failed you.
I guess I do this to start because I need more green mana. If a creature opponent controls become tapped, if it is being declared as an attacker, you may draw a card. What's going on, Sean? Opponent is on tap tribal. Wow, this card's really good against Incubation Druid, huh? How does Incubation Druid is just like rancid against this? Marty, stop riling up the peasants. You're giving them freedom. It gives them hope. Well, that's unfortunate. I feel like someone gave them a build-around submission. I think we're dead, huh? It feels like we're pretty dead. We'll move along to the next one. We got thoroughly dumpstered there. We're not gonna sweet. Oh, that's not the Collision Colossus I wanted to cut. I don't know exactly what they're doing. Tom Tracy, thanks for the Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome. Board in one stroke. I don't really know what they're doing. They have some expensive stuff, though. Why Sticks? We're doling out the sub gifty. Thanks for the support. Mods, feel free to frag the peasants that are rising up. I know your swords have been rusty. Frag them all! Frag them all! Well, at least this is magic happening in an unranked queue that we don't really care about. Hey, look at that. Perfect. Just like we drew it up. Alright, I think they've been quelled. Yeah, Daydine's MTG emotes turned out really well. His different colors. Man, Seal Away is kind of the nuts in my opponent's card, huh? Oh, Marty. Opponent's deck is definitely sweeter than ours. You're not wrong. Can we appreciate my mana base for a second, though? My mana base is a work of art. I would like it if you would appreciate my art more. Oh no! Bolas has been deposed. He doesn't work well under pressure. We were so close and they took our fun away, chat. They took our fun away. That's a good question. So I didn't attack with the Krasis because I figured they were likely to get rid of the Nicol Bolas. And I didn't want to attack for 2 with this and then let them attack me for 2 on the backswing. But maybe we're supposed to attack. Maybe we're the aggressor in this matchup. I don't really know what this matchup is. They're definitely a control deck. Phil Curry, thank you for the 3-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me around. I appreciate it. Wow, that's a black land and a thought erasure. Those are 2 things we hadn't seen yet. Black lands and thought erasures. This is one of the reasons I've been holding this Biomancer's Familiar. I'll hold on to that land for now. Sorry, Warlord, I didn't miss you. I was just chewing my bar. Thank you for the 3 months. Welcome back. Bloodbath, thanks for the best MTG content on Twitch. Thanks for the 10 months of support, Bloodbath. Hope you're having a good Tuesday wherever you're at. Welcome, welcome. Maybe Sarkhan can drag us through this little bit of flood here. Growth Chamber Guardian's a good rip. It's gonna let's get our adaption on. Oh, I guess Growth Chamber Guardian's a reason to keep the Stomping Ground over the Drowned Catacomb. Oh, do they have an absorb or something here? Growth Chamber Guardian's also kind of neat with Sarkhan, because it's like, it's a creature that replaces itself in a way, right? So it provides more cards for him to discard. I'm doing well, Zags. Life is swell.
Bolas told me I should do this.
You got a crab in me. Do 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 do. You got a crab in me. So ideally, we want to pressure them into using Nova before we ult the Sarkhan. Alright, deal. Successfully pressured into it.
I'll show you unhinged.
Go ahead and grab another friend here. Play the land. Play our other friend out. I wonder if they have another sweeper. Yeah, I think this is probably a get Sarkhan to 8 before we ult situation. I agree with that. Just in case they have a plethora of sweepers we can play through.
Don't doubt my methods.
I'm actually going to hold on to this dragon for now, too. Pass. It's Teamer. We have a small splash for Nicol Bolas, so we're kind of 4-color familiar.
Magnificent!
I think it's right to just haste this. There might be merit to waiting to play it out till next turn. He has been summarily judged. Alright, so we've got 3 more dragons in my deck, 2 more dragons. That qualifies as a dragon. Oh, jeez. Make 2 mana.
Are you ready?
Play Nick. Flip Nick. Get back the Hellkite. What does that do? Put 1 target tapped creature on top of its owner's library. You may search your library or graveyard for a card named Dovin, Architect of Law, reveal it, and put it into your hand. I don't know what Dovin, Architect of Law does. Anybody? Can anybody tell me what Dovin, Architect of Law, does? Anyone? Bueller?
Death means nothing to me.
Alright, we flipped Nick. We played and flipped Nick in the same turn with only 7 lands in play. That was pretty excellent. That was pretty excellent. Kind of excited about what we did there. I think I'm actually going to trim 2 Incubation Druid just because she's really bad against their enchantment. Holy cow, is that the worst ultimate on any Planeswalker ever? Tap all permanent target opponent controls. That player skips their next untapped step. It can't even like, it can't even like give you a Winter Orb emblem or something? Rick Shaw, thanks for the Prime support. Hope you're having a good Tuesday wherever you're at. Thanks for keeping me employed here. The original Dovin Bond made a Winter Orb emblem. It did, didn't it? You're right. I think this hand is fine. Their deck's not super aggressive. It has all of our colors in it. This basically gives us a turn 3 play. That is our opponent, isn't it? Oh, they said they have to go. Okay. Well, hopefully they'll hang out and chat after we're done. Bolas gives us a solid curve here. Get to go Growth Chamber, Fart Growth Chamber into Bolas. Okay, so long, Mr. Nicky B. Poor Nick. He was so young. He was so young. Now, get our hit in. Drawing a second crab there feels kind of bad, but it does give us something to play out this turn. Oh, they do have a Teferi. Yikes. Time of Ice into Teferi is actually a pretty scary curve, huh? That is an excellent draw. Lets me take Time of Ice off the table. To keep my permanents in play, please. If we get Cleansing Nova here, we're in a lot of trouble. If we don't get Cleansing Nova, they need double spot removal to stop their Teferi from dying, so we've got that going for us. They are notably missing their second white source. I have my 6th untapped land next turn, so I can fart both these Growth Chamber Guardians to pressure the Teferi. Oh no! Oh no! Field of Ruin is Stone Rain! Oh no! Oh no! Our greed, chat! We're being punished for our greed! It's like Wasteland Plus. Whew! Alright, Jeffrey's down. Oh, I can't play it! I can't play it, chat! It's been bound by the Ixalan. Captain Quark, thank you for the 11th month. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Hope you're having a good one. Alright, I think we just draw 2 here. Okay, that's a Niv-Mizzet. That's a Niv-Mizzet. Sweet. Dang it, Bobby! I was super excited about the Niv-Mizzet. This is why I can't let myself love things, chat. Everything I love gets taken away. Your hastiest of dragons, please. If they have that Dovin card that put, yeah, Dovin's Dismissal is kinda good here. They get Architect of Law, and like, I get that we get to redraw this next turn, but it still makes us redraw, so like takes our card for the turn. So like, it's a 1-for-1 that like drew them a Planeswalker, even if the Planeswalker isn't that good. Hey, look, we found a use for Growth Chamber Guardian. Give this a 1-1 counter and pass. They are gonna have a Niv soon, aren't they? I think we're actually dead. They get a Teferi too. Yeah, maybe Infinite Dragons does it. Okay.
Right on schedule. They
get a lot of draws at Cleansing Nova here. Oh, huh. Interesting. Did we steal it? Has there been a robbery? I think there's been a robbery. Call the cops, chat. Call the cops. We stole the game. The Doctor, checking in for the 3rd month in a row. Thank you very much and welcome back. I appreciate that. Thanks for keeping me around. That was really close. The Dovin card at the end there that like got them the Planeswalker and tucked our dragon for a turn actually seemed really reasonable. More importantly, that I'm gonna go ahead and dive into a constructed event now. I just want to like see how our mana felt, to like play some games and like see how the mana felt. The mana seemed pretty reasonable. I'm sure that means I'm about to stumble and die and not have my colors 2 matches in a row now, but the colors felt reasonable in the match that we played. If they plus to gain life, could they have lived? Yeah, I think so. So like if they wouldn't have down ticked the Dove and they would have drawn their card, yeah, maybe they would have been fine. I think you're right. This hand's sweet. Turn 2, turn 3, turn 4. Grawl Guildgate, Simic Guildgate probably means this Lava Coil's bad.
I don't need this.
I suppose if they're playing the Gate stack and they go untapped land Goat next turn, the Lava Coil could kill the Goat. So maybe I should discard a land there so I could kill the Goat. Oh, we've got plenty of Nicol Bolas. Plenty of Nicky B. So, the important thing to remember here that's a little bit awkward is that Sarkhan's plus can't use his mana to flip Nicol Bolas, which is unfortunate. And they're getting going pretty hard and fast here. They get to draw a bunch of cards here. It's feeling like we're probably going to be a little bit slow.
I know what I'm doing.
Probably the lamest and coolest card in the deck. Yeah, the fact that the removal spell finds him kind of makes it seem reasonable, at least as a fun of. The fact that they've gained 9 off their Plaza Harmonies is so savage. It's just like, aren't I playing into their Gates of Blaze? I don't think I can beat Gates of Blaze. Okay. I think the plan is to try and kill them before they cast that card. Just like hope they get incredibly unlucky. Because like if they run anywhere close to average, like we're not going to win. By flipping Nick? Yeah, maybe. Nick's definitely real good. I don't know, I kind of feel like we win this matchup by being aggressive. And I'm gonna play this out, even though it does continue to play into an Ablaze, in case their play is Angel or a large Krasis. I want to be able to win through that. I'm not sure we have the tools to beat Gates Ablaze plus other stuff here. They just have so many resources right now. We just like have to hope they don't have the right resources, I think. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. They're using our dragons against us, chat. They were my dragons. That's not fair. Oh man. Why you gotta do me dirty, Sarkhan? Why you have to be so mean? Why you have to be so mean? Oh, that was awkward. This is definitely a Krasis out matchup for us because we're never winning this game by going along against them. Alright, let's give this a go. This is why you can't trust madmen to help you. They're easily swayed with the on point comments. Volthos smiles. The Volthos smiles upon us. I mean, these lands cast these spells, I guess. Nah, I just can't keep this hand. It doesn't do anything. We're the aggro deck in this matchup. We need to beat them down. I think that's fine. We're gonna go Incubation Druid on 2, Growth Chamber Guardian plus Cindervines on 3. Man, look at this beautiful mana base, just like all of our lands coming into play untapped. Just like we drew it up. A true masterpiece. They're going to play a Plaza and cast Gates Ablaze. And we're going to curl up into a little ball and cry. Not Gates Ablaze there. It wasn't Gates Ablaze. Glass half full. I think we're probably dead, because I don't think I can beat this goat growing, but, you know, it's the little things. That furry panda, thanks for the Prime support. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. Thanks for shipping your Bezo bucks this way this month. I appreciate it. Oh, why do they start every game at 26? Now this goat's gonna be a 6-6. You can basically just never win at this point, right? Doomed Songs. Thanks for the Prime support. Hope you're having a good one. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and take our ball and go home. Magic Applegate, checking back in for the 11th month in a row. Thanks for keeping me around. Yeah, Gates is really good. We played Gates a bit yesterday, right? And Gates tends to be really good against these green-red aggro mid-range decks just because we don't have good tools to, like, take their goats out of play. Perfect. Just like we drew it up. And look at that. Steam Vent puts Rootbound Crag and Drowned Catacombs into play untapped. Because our mana base is... Just perfection. Solid curve here. Druid, Nicol, Bolas, Hellkite. Hey, I would like the record to reflect we won the game where we got Field of Ruined, okay? We won the game in which Field of Rude wastelanded us. This is just like bad. This is like a worse version of the Convoke one, right? Unless I'm misunderstanding that. Yeah, Field of Ruin definitely is not super popular right now. Yeah, maybe. We just don't have that much black mana. Like, we have a small splash of it, but it's not a ton. Their 3/5 is checked by my 5/5. Get to fart off Incubation Druid next turn. It's in a pretty good spot. Speaking of sitting in a good spot, I'm gonna sit down for a little bit. Enjoy the ride, chat. Biomancer would be a good rip. Hellkite kind of go to town. Growth Chamber Guardian, you say?
Bolas told me I should do this.
I'm gonna hold on to the land for now because I've got Sarkhan in play. Now I have an anti-fatigue mat. If you're someone who stands at work all day, 10 out of 10, the anti-fatigue mat is worth your money. They are real good. A true lifesaver. Did they hit a removal spell? Why are there so many giant creatures? Why are there so many giant creatures, chat? Alright, this gets us out of it, right? Because I can, like, make a bunch of 4/4s now. This lets me make a bunch of 4/4s. Thank goodness. Growth Chamber Guardian's really good as a 3-mana 4/4 that finds another 3-mana 4/4. Just goes above and beyond. Yeah, we've definitely been hit by a variety of standard staples so far today. I wonder if they intended to tap Incubation Druid there. I feel like they didn't. Feel like they probably didn't. How badly do we want to lose to Settle the Wreckage? Today feels like the type of day that we'd get Settle the Wreckage, so I'm gonna avoid that for the time being.
I know what I'm doing.
Because I think I want the extra counters on defense. Yeah, I agree, Rolk. The sub-only chat seems like a very reasonable quality of life improvement. The cheeky beef up your guy. Macaroni. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Is sub only going to be a permanent thing moving forward? It depends on what the rest of the week looks like. I try not to make big important decisions on impulse. I try to look back and make data-driven decisions. So I'm going to take a peekaboo at what things look like after a week of being on sub-only mode and see how I feel from there. Is Deckmaster not working today? I believe it's working, yeah. Sometimes you have to refresh. Look at this. Look at this big, beautiful mana base. The biggest, bestest, most beautiful mana base you've ever seen. Don't get to catch you live often enough, but I love your YouTube content. Happy to support you. Well, thank you for the 2 months, Fierce Ferrets. I appreciate that. I'm glad you enjoyed the YouTube stuff. Thanks for dropping in. And Snapbolt, thanks for shipping your Prime this way again. I appreciate it. Opponent mulliganed real low. We're on the front page again. It won't be sub-only mode. I don't know. We actually had, so there's a rotation that streamers get into for a pool for when they like just need to fill people on the front page. So like we were actually on the front page for a little bit yesterday. It seemed to go fine. Interesting. I think I want to just make a bunch of giant monsters here. I did not update the gates list. So the conclusion at the end, Captain Command, was that I want to just play 4-color gates, but with Shivan Fire, I think, and I didn't have a chance to update that last night. This deck does look sweet. And the mana seems functional enough, which I was thinking it would probably be okay, because we're basically teamer with a small Bolas splash that Sarkhan helps enable, which is nice. Yeah, seems fine. Seems reasonable. Just doing teamer stuff here. Correct, the Zilla. The goal is that having the chat be sub only will allow me to address more questions from the people who pay my bills directly. Like reasonable upside. Because I'm pretty good as far as responding to chat messages go, but the chat was definitely getting to a point, especially on the busy arena days, where I was starting to miss stuff, including sub messages, so I think getting to all of those is pretty valuable. So I did that. I think I'm gonna play this. I don't think I'm gonna play this Growth Chamber Guardian out, because next turn is my opponent's Kaya's Wrath turn, so I'd rather not play this out into another sweeper when I can't go get another thing with it. I wonder if I'm not supposed to play this into an absorb this turn, and if instead I'm supposed to just play, just fart Incubation Druid and attack for 7. Yeah, it's possible playing this into the counterspell is wrong here, and I'm supposed to just use this to increase my power in play. The fact that I've drawn both Lava Coil and Shivan Fire here against Esper Control feels really bad. Basically means like I've mulliganed twice because these cards just don't have text in this matchup. So, overall, I'd be surprised this matchup is bad for us. A lot of these teamer decks feel like they line up really well into Esper, but a build like this that has a lot of interaction game one is definitely going to struggle here when it draws it. Alright, well, if they don't kill the Incubation Druid next turn, this Krasis gets to get cast for 7. If I draw a land, it could get cast for 8, which is sweet. That's where most of it goes, Luxmore. Thank you for the 2-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Alright, I would like to draw 4, please. Yeah, I agree. Incubation incongruity. Situations like this are one of the reasons why that card's so good, right? No, I don't usually bring in Lava Coil in that matchup. Street Kings, thanks for cashing that Twitch Prime. I appreciate that. Welcome. I would. You have Harpooners, Snap Bolt, Snap, and Ravager Worm, which is plenty to kill Thief. You can usually just play through Hostage Taker in my experience. If I draw a land, I can play and flip Nicol Bolas. Dunk Daddy, thanks for the brand new tier 1 sub. I really appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me around. I need to stop saying brand new because notifications are messed up and I don't always remember 100% of the resub names. So, anyway, thank you for the support. Wow, that's brutal. Ugh. Wait, they're dead next turn, right? Okay, they're dead to the Colossus. They're dead to Biomancer Familiar, put 3 counters on this, plus Colossus, thankfully. Alright, Boros Charm you. And this is one of the reasons why Collision Colossus is so good, is because, like, it's a removal spell that, like, does 4 damage to them when it's not able to be a removal spell. And, like, so we won the hard game 1 where we, like, have these removal spells that aren't very good in our deck, and now we get to take these cards and cut them and replace them with things that, like, get to have an impact in them, which is sweet. Need to cut 2 things here. I have too many counter spells on the sideboard. Maybe I don't need all the Collision Colossus. I have blockers for their stupid... what's it called? Their Thieves of Sanity. Let's split the difference. I don't think I have room to bring Vines into this matchup. Vines is primarily there for the Wilderness Reclamation decks. I don't think I'm already struggling to, like, fit in all my counterspells, and I think the counterspells are definitely better than Vines on average. The Zilla with that tier 2 sub. Thank you for that very generous extra level sub. Be sure to drop me a message in private. Let me know which deck you'd like to bump up. Tier 2 subs get to bump a deck in the queue every month by 10 points as a thank you for that extra level of support. This deck felt super reasonable. It has a lot of the good things going on for it that, like, the other Teamer shells that we've played have, minus the Wild Growth Walker package. And, the mana's been very consistent. Like here, Steam Vents brings all 3 of these into play untapped. Just like, A+, sign me up. Cadet, thanks for shipping your Bezo bucks this way this month. I appreciate it. So, like, at the very least, our mana base seems reasonable, and all the spells we're trying to cast are, like, decent spells. Narek, welcome. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. They didn't take my 2-drop, so I get to do that this turn. That's exciting. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, I agree, Luxmore. It might push some good people, some people that enjoy the chatting that were close to over the edge, which is nice. And it gives me a chance to, like, reward those people more for supporting me by able to engage with their questions more often and more consistently. Alright, so they have Deputy of Detention in their deck. That Deputy of Detention makes me think they're maybe more Esper mid-range than Esper Control. They did have some other interesting cards like Excellence Binding in the last game, so... There's a chance. I guess they had Sabotage as well, though. They could just be, like, Esper cards they like as well. We're kind of in a bad spot at the moment. But at the same time, we could just, like, draw Hydroid Krasis and get back in the game. Sarkhan's also a very reasonable draw because it's a card that can let us filter through these extra lands to turn them into action, potentially. The deck's actually been running really well, Barman. I had low expectations, which is the key to never being disappointed, and I've been pleasantly surprised so far. Like, feel like what we have going on is moderately cohesive. For people who are subs, if you have thoughts or feelings on the stream in general, and especially the chat change, make sure you watch your email at the end of the week. I'm going to send out another sub survey on Friday. I usually try and do one of those every quarter. So you should get an email with it to your Twitch email address that's linked to your account, and I'll also post it in the subs Discord. Well, Krasis, unfortunately, found us more Flood. So the next Krasis will be better. Yeah, a lot of the times I put things up on my Stream Decker the night before, or like a couple days before when I do all my build-arounds. Our opponent's been rather sinister this game. Rats, that would have been really good for us if they'd have kept the duress on top, because our hand is mono poop. I mean, so long as, like, our opponent doesn't draw, like, a Planeswalker or a source of card advantage, we're kind of doing okay here. Yeah, I agree, Genran. The biggest quality of life improvement is I have to act less like a parent on stream. There's less of the, hey, can you pay attention to the rules? Hey, don't do that, please. Hey, ask smart questions, please. What does the sub-only Discord offer? Just a place to chat with other people who are subscribed to the channel. There's channels for every format of Magic, and then lots of other random off-topic things. Video games, board games. We cover the spectrum, music, stuff like that. There's a political dark place if you're into that sort of thing. There are a lot of channels, so if you join the subs Discord, I'd encourage you to take 5 minutes and read all the channels, and then mute all of the channels that do not interest you. Yeah, that block super signifies Wrath, right? I'm going to hold on to the Hinterland Harbor because they're a Thought Erasure Duress deck, so just in case they draw a discard spell, they're incentivized to play a discard spell into my potentially blank card here. Yeah, being able to, like, focus down servers to only the things you care about is A+. Discord would be useless if you couldn't channel mute. There'd just be too much going on. Yeah, the only at everyone's in Discord are my go live notification every morning. Well, thanks, Dunk Daddy. I appreciate that. This is also a reason to be holding lands in our hand in this deck, just because Sarkhan is in our deck that can turn lands into spells. War Prison. My price on tedious things like the prison deck is usually stiff. Usually I look for $100 to play something that tedious. We've played that deck before, and gosh, is it tedious? We played that archetype before, I guess I should say. I'm gonna hold on to Biomancer's Familiar here, because it feels like they need a sweeper. And, like, obviously they're gonna hit 2 pieces of spot removal, and I'm gonna feel bad about it, but, like, I think I'm supposed to hold this back from a sweeper. It's very similar, Bright Star.
Bolas told me I should do this.
Alright. Oh, you know what? I should play this pre-combat because I could have gotten a dragon, right? I could have gotten a dragon and killed them. Mistakes were made. I guess if I play it pre-combat, they could also have an absorb, though, which would be bad for me. Like, if they absorb me, I end up in a bad spot. I should get backup Nicol Bolas here, right? That's the correct play. The correct play is Nicol Bolas, get second Nicol Bolas. takes another card out of their hand, too.
You know what? I'm not done yet.
Yeah, I don't know that playing the Bolas post-combat is right. It's very possible I should have just jammed him and then, like, picked the Sarkhan back up. Or picked the Skarrgan Hellkite back up and attacked. We're pretty solidly ahead at this point. I get to draw 3. I can see 4 cards next turn, so I get to draw 2 with Nick and then loot or rummage with the Sarkhan. It's very possible that with the couple of mana base updates I did that this deck could support some cast downs in the sideboard, which would help its I can't kill big things problem that this deck definitely has. Alright, they're digging. Okay. Alright. Alrighty then. We have a game, as they say.
My knowledge is
Oh, yeah, we do. Yeah. Yeah, we do.
I'll show you unhinged.
4, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, yeah. This is my 8-8. There are many like it, but this one is mine. Pass with Disdainful Stroke up. No! Man, I don't know if this deck is good, but it's definitely gasoline. This deck is sweet. We have overcome them with our Planeswalkers. Power to the Planeswalkers! How we doing, folks? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good night to everybody wherever you're out in the world. Thanks for dropping by here today. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I'm a full-time streamer and content producer here on Twitch. I'm here playing Magic 30, 40, 50 hours a week. If you are someone who enjoys standard, best of 3 constructed, this is definitely the channel for you. We play a ton of different decks, and I change decks every 60 to 90 minutes on this channel, so there's a lot of variety here. As always, a shout out to all my wonderful subs. I wouldn't be here day in and day out without their wonderful support. They're quite literally the folks that keep me employed, so thanks to all of them. Also, I'd like to plug a couple of my sponsors here really quick. Quip provides wonderful, affordable, quality electric toothbrushes, and if you check them out using my link bit.ly/HoogleQuip, you can get your first refill kit of an extra brush head, toothpaste, and battery for free with them. Also, if you sign in using your Twitch account when you use that link, you can bump a deck in my deck queue by 25 points for free as a thank you for checking out the sponsor. BCW Supplies are the only ones I trust to protect my very valuable paper Magic the Gathering cards using code Jeff10 at bcwsupplies.com. You can save 10% on sleeves, deck boxes, binders, all sorts of other fantastic stuff there with them. Cardshere.com will love to help you turn your cards into the cards or to the players. There's no haggling, and they just take 1% fee off the top. And of course, InkedGaming.com will love to help you customize your gaming experience using code Jeff12. You can save 12% on custom playmats, mouse pads, binders, and bags with them. You can upload your own custom artwork or choose from the wide range of custom artwork that they already have on their website. Let's head on into our next match with this Bio Bolas deck. We're 3-1 or 2-2. I don't remember what our record is. The record's not important. We're having a good time though. We're flipping Nicol Bolases. We're casting giant Hydroid Krasis. We're hasting people down with dragons. Have we really reached the point in Modern? Grixis Shadow playing Arclight. I don't want to be on this planet anymore. Sounds like Modern. If you Deputy Bolas, it doesn't take the flip. That is correct, good one. That is correct. I really love this card in general. Just like the selection this card provides on fixing the wrong half problem where like you have removal and it's not good, or you have creatures you need removal. Just like it's so very powerful. I really like all the different Sarkhan Fireblood decks we've played this season. Please don't be another gate stack. Please be Gruul aggro. Please be Gruul aggro. It's looking like Gruul aggro. I'm gonna ditch the second Sarkhan. Dubtac, thanks for the Prime support. Hope you're having a good one wherever you're at. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for keeping me employed here. All right, you have a whirly boy.
You want to fight? Don't doubt my.
Want to hit a land this turn. Man, that's unfortunate. Alright, I think I have to Lava Coil this, and then Biomancer's familiar. I think I'd rather this die than Growth Chamber Guardian die. The problem with playing the dragon is that they play Collision Colossus in their main deck, so they could, like, kill the dragon if I block, or just, like, kill it and then attack Sarkhan, and that doesn't feel very good. Especially when I'm missing my land drop there, I think I want to try and propel myself into the land. And, like, the downside here is, okay, well, that's just Lava Coil. I guess this does let them kill one of my things, which kind of sucks. I'm actually kind of okay regardless of what they kill here, right? Because if they kill the familiar, I can still draw a 5th land and then play and fart the Growth Chamber Guardian.
Yes.
Good golly, where are my lands? I think I need to hold this Lava Coil at this point for killing a Skarrgan Hellkite or a Phoenix out of my opponent. It's unfortunate that we're on 26 lands and have drawn a bunch of extra cards and haven't managed to find another one. When will we see gates again? You can always find all of the upcoming decks in the deck queue on my website, Silly Cheese. So I pretty much just play the deck queue from the top down. We play about 4 standard decks per day. Well, they made that bigger. That's good for me.
Don't stop now.
Okay, so if I plus this for mana,
Come to me.
I can play Nick and Lava Coil and attack this for 2. So this is a small thing, but you want to play Nicol Bolas before you Lava Coil, because thinking that this is living could impact the decision of which card they discard for the Nicol Bolas trigger.
Right on my noggin.
So the fastest way is to just buy booster packs. If you have a win rate in draft above a certain point, it's better value to do limited. But if you really don't enjoy limited, you should just buy packs and open them. So if you like playing limited, I would encourage you to play limited. But if you don't like playing limited, I wouldn't force yourself to not have fun for value.
A little pick me up before the real fun begins.
Domri makes my Planeswalker a lot worse since all their creatures basically have haste if they want them to. Oh, that's true too. I forgot that that's a thing now. The lack of duplicate protection is a real factor. All right, I assume Nick is dying here. I kind of wanted to draw a land there so I could play Hellkite with haste and adapt my Growth Chamber Guardian. I guess I could draw... I think I'm gonna draw land here.
I don't need this. I need this.
Have ourselves a peek.
Yeah, it's possible that giving them the draw with the Domery is bad here. Or it wasn't really that bad at all. Got it. There's a Shivan Fire in my bin. There's a Lava Coil in there too. So really glad that my Hellkite's a 5/5. We've drawn as many Sarkhans as we have lands this game. So obviously, when I post this to YouTube, I'm going to make the title something along the lines of Shuffler confirmed rig, Hoagland draws more Sarkhans than lands. The evidence you've all been waiting for. I wonder if they attack this at Sarkhan to see if I block, because if I block, they can Lava Coil this. Obviously, I'm not going to block because of that, but it does give them a free attack into here. They might just want to Lava Coil the Growth Chamber Guardian, though, to cut off that access of card advantage. Sanity, this is your 49th timeout. We got you. I'd watch a sarcastic Shuffler Truther video.
Madness. What madness?
What madness? Alright, kill these. Kill Domery. They're still at 20, so taking this off the table seems reasonable.
Oh, looks like you're all mad.
Go. And, like, the thing you have to remember, too, during all of this, like, they not only do they need to beat the board, but not only do they need to beat my creatures, but, like, this Sarkhan is, like, steadily working towards 4/5/5s, which is a big deal.
A bold strike. Don't doubt my methods.
We tried some kind of Dragons deck with Sarkhan and Dragon's Horde. Yeah, there's a Grixis Dragons deck on my website. There's also a Teamer control deck that plays Sarkhan. The Teamer control deck's pretty sweet if you haven't seen it. It's got 4 Niv, 4 Krasis, 4 Sarkhan, I think 4 Hellkite. Maybe that one wasn't playing Hellkite. I don't remember. But definitely played this card in a variety of shells. How long for the next hair color? I might do another color. It's definitely been a fun change. Wow. Okay. Huh. I guess the fact that my Sarkhan is ulting here keeps me alive. But this is definitely punishment for pumping the Incubation Druid. So, like, if I would have not popped the Incubation Druid, I could have just left up the Hellkite activation to kill one of these in response. How about I draw 4, play an 8/8, and then put 4 5/5s into play? How would that make you feel, opponent?
Behold!
How does it make you feel on the inside? Excellent. Excellent. So far, picking the deck of the day seems like it's going to be incredibly easy. I like when the deck of the day is easy to pick. It's definitely that one. That one right there. Alright, Shocks and Lava Coils sound great. I'm gonna trim 1 Krasis here. I probably don't want to gum up too much on those. Need 1 other cut. Maybe all 6 of these is wrong. This is 5, 9 removal spells is probably plenty. Yeah, probably. Do half and half, half blue, half some other color split straight down the middle? Maybe. Could steal that title. That's true, Trek. I think we're actually going to play your Grixis deck in ranked. Looks like a pretty reasonable core. Five color. I really feel like without Sylvan Curie added, we probably can't manage that. So the problem with Incubation Incongruity is that the creature count you need for that card to not miss with some amount of consistency is really high. So like, I think it's like 27 or 28 creatures, or 25 is probably like the floor. But you need a lot more creature, I think, than most people realize to make Incongruity hit consistently. Look at that. Never didn't have it. Do I lead on? I think I play this tap to start, right? Because this won't come into play untapped off of this. Then I can shock this in and go Chamber Guardian or Lava Coil this turn. Zerta Goblin. Sure. Gonna go ahead and kill their thing, I think. Especially since I drew another piece of removal. I think I'm just gonna keep killing their stuff here. They go land Phoenix here. I feel a little bit bad about my decisions, but other than that, I think we're in an okay spot. Would I like to draw a land next turn so that way I can play 2/2 drops? I guess I just do this actually, right? It's like, Nick, take your last card. I trade these in combat. I Shivan Fire the token. This seems super reasonable for me. Because, like, it's like, this is like a 2-for-1, but, like, Nick already took a card out of their hand, so really he's, like, already traded 1-for-1. I'm going to lead on Biomancer's Familiar here rather than the Growth Chamber Guardian because I have a follow-up Familiar and I don't have a follow-up Growth Chamber Guardian. What's going on, MJ? Life is swell. Thanks for dropping in. Look at that. Little did I know I had backups of both. Oh, you know, maybe because I drew a backup Guardian here, I'm supposed to just play double Guardian this turn. I can see that. Don't give them the option to kill the Biomancer. That's really scary. I think I'm actually gonna go this. Target this, do this, and like attack you for 6 a bunch. This seems pretty reasonable. Yeah, we've been solidly above freezing here, which is nice. Oh, that's true. I didn't give them a chance to make a mistake. They might have missed the fact that I could turn it into a 6/6. Yeah, Biomancer's Familiar plus these adapt creatures has been really sweet in general. If you didn't see the Bant Angels deck that we played, I'd highly recommend checking it out. Bant Bio Angels was another deck that had this card and leveraged it well, it felt like. But I've also been happy with this build. Wow, that's an aggressive attack. The Explore package is really good. And I suppose the Explore package plays into the Angel really well, right? Because you can go Wild Growth Walker to trigger the 3-mana Angel. I think they were probably in trouble there, regardless of what they had going on. And it's called Bio for the 2/2, yep. Great. All things considered, I really liked what this deck was doing. The big question on a deck like this on my mind is always, can I play Magic consistently? And this deck was able to cast its spells. If you think about the mana base, so one of the things I want to point out about this deck, and this is something I think enough people don't think about, is you'll notice there's 26 lands in this deck, which is a lot of lands. The best fixing is just playing more land. So part of the reason why the mana is functional in this deck is because it's just playing a whole heck of a lot of lands. Sarkhan Fireblood is a card that makes us not get penalized as much for having extra lands in our deck, because he allows us to filter through these cards with this +1 to potentially turn those lands into more gas. So if you're looking for something that's kind of sweet, I think this one was a lot of fun. If you're looking for things to tune or change, no Lava, thanks for the Prime support, I appreciate that. I think these 8 cards here are kind of your pick what you want to hedge, pick what you want to beat style cards. So like, if you're not really worried about aggro and want less removal, you could play more threats if you want. Collision Colossus, like these are the kind of flexible cards that I would encourage you to tool and change around. Yeah, that's true too. Like all 3 of these cards really, right? Like all 3 of these cards mean when we're flooding out, we have stuff to do with our mana, which is also very potent and powerful.